Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm going to talk about being different or having no friends, feeling like an alien. Now, growing up, there were people I may have spoke to or sat around in school, but they weren't necessarily on my level. They were trying to fit in and do what everyone else was doing. They were focused on mundane issues. I went through a lot of phases as a child before I found myself, and I was very interested in religion and spirituality, things like that. Whereas other people would be interested in things like sport, football, what was on the TV. And I did like some things on the TV, but a lot of that, I do understand a lot of the things I would watch was just fiction or made up, but it was still entertaining. But I was more interested in deeper things like nature, spirituality, things of that sort. And if you've ever felt in your life, but or you feel this way right now in your life, you feel you have no friends, this is because you may feel alone, but you have no friends in your life. But the reality is, the universe wants you to know you're not alone. Just these people you would like to be friends with, they're not in alignment with who you are. But I do understand this, wanting to fit in, just be like everyone else. But the fact you're born different is a blessing. In order to make a difference, you've got to be different, and we're all different. But there's two types of people in this world: people who will try and blend in with everyone else, and there are people who will accept themselves and embrace who they are. And when you start realizing what you are you're different, you feel you're very different from everyone, you feel you're an alien, you feel you have no friends, you feel this loneliness. And this is a sign that the universe is trying to tell you you are a spiritual being having human experience. You may be an indigo, you may have, this is a spiritual awakening of some sort, because we're all different. And it's daring to be different is daring to be yourself. And also, many spiritual people are trendsetters in the past have been called weird and wacky. But to be called weird or wacky is a compliment, because it just means you're different. And also, weird means to step into your own power. And you want to be different. You want to be different from everyone else. And even rather you want to or not, we're all different. Just there's some people who accept they're different, they embrace that, they acknowledge that we're all spiritually interconnected, and that's the people who have a spiritual awakening and accept it. Other people just wish to blend in and do what everyone else is doing, and that's someone who's blindfolding themselves. And it's good to be, and if you ever feel those feelings, feeling different, feeling an outsider, you have no friends, this is just signs that you're having a spiritual awakening. The reason you have no friends, because the people you'd like to be friends with, they're just not in alignment with who you are. And that's all it is. They're just not in alignment with who you are and who you're meant to be. And that's my thoughts, because growing up I used to be different. Everyone else was interested in sport, football, what was on the TV, video games. Most people I knew were interested in that, whereas I wasn't interested in video games or just what was on the TV. I was interested in nature, science, religion, deep things, and I was diving deep very young, and I was interested in a lot of spiritual things. And the term crystal child or indigo, I learned that later on in my spiritual practice, but I've discovered that I am an indigo. I'm a fire indigo. And most people who feel the way you feel at this moment, feeling alone, different, no friends, you may be a crystal child or an indigo. And some people, they may not, we're all psychic, some more than others, but some people, they may not be, they need to develop those psychic abilities. Other people who are indigos or crystal children, it just comes naturally to them. However, until the next installment of Spiritual Awakening, embrace your awakening. If you're seeing any numbers at this time, any angel numbers, 1111, or any angel numbers, repeated numbers, dare to be different. And know that if you feel different, you feel like an alien, you have no friends, this is a good thing, because the universe is trying to tell you you're not alone, you're connected to everyone. But the reason why you have no friends, because these friends are just not in alignment with who you are. And real friends are for keeps. The friends you sort of make at high school and all that, you try and blend in with them and do what everyone else is doing, which is not a wise thing to do. And that's just my thoughts, if you feel that way of having no friends, being different, being an alien, that's my thoughts. So if you've ever felt that way, like I've felt, then please hit like, or what are your thoughts on this? So please subscribe, like if you've liked this video, and comment what are your thoughts. But it is a sign of spiritual awakening, and there are other signs of a spiritual awakening as well. To the next installment of Spiritual Wisdom, thank you for watching. May meet, may part, may